Well, this piece of turf is exactly the same as that in the giant Astrodome. It's even been named after the famous stadium because it's called ASTROTURF. It's made in 3 sections. Basically, all there is the grass-like piece here, which is 3/8 of an inch long nylon blades. Very effective. It looks quite real. Then under that, there's a waterproof section here of polyester. And down below that, this lighter coloured stuff, this is the shock-absorbing pad, and that's a combination of rubber and vinyl. But I haven't only got this small piece of AstroTurf with me. Under my feet, there's a much bigger piece. In fact, I'm standing on Europe's very first outdoor AstroTurf football pitch. Come on, Petra. The pitch is at Islington in London. It costs £190,000 to put down, but it could be well worth it. On a grass pitch, you can only play 3 times a week. But on AstroTurf, you can play non-stop without any damage. It felt like good turf to me, but in the long run, it's the expert's opinion that's going to count. You can't get much more expert than the men who play soccer every Saturday. So, to test the ground, I asked along Bobby Kellard of Crystal Palace and his teammate and captain, Bobby Tambling. They're both midfield players. It's acceleration that counts for them, so a top priority is a surface with a good grip. They have to turn quickly and be able to stop in a flash. A slippery pitch could ruin their game. Apart from players, I should think groundsmen will be taking a long, hard look at this pitch because keeping the AstroTurf in tip-top condition should be easy. Normal rainfall will keep it clean, and the occasional once-over with a vacuum cleaner will get rid of any bits that get clogged in the nylon tufts. Well, now that you've seen the pitch, what do you think of it? What about this surface?
Well, it's a very true surface. It's very nice to hit good balls about on. You're a bit frightened of it, you're slipping, but you don't tend to. I think it's just psychological, you know, you think you're going to slip on it, but it's very good.
Do you enjoy playing on it? I mean, the practice you've just had, or would you rather be on grass?
Love to play on this every week.
The predictable bounce is worth having, isn't it?
Yeah, you know where it's just going to go.
Well, the pitches do vary throughout the country anyway, don't they? I mean, there was a lot of rain last night. You can see here on this turf how it's coming up. What would it be like on a grass pitch?
Well, it'd be very slippery and probably very heavy.
Do you think it improves the game, perhaps, having a variety of different pitches to play on in the season?
Well, I think this is what makes football so interesting in Britain. You know, it's the different conditions we have to play under, and I think this makes it more interesting for the spectators.
2 fairly different opinions. Bobby Kellard, Bobby Tambling, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
One problem with ordinary grass is that if you fall and skid on it, you can get nasty burns on your arms and legs. It's a problem for all players, but perhaps the man who gets the worst of it is the goalkeeper. So I asked along Phil Parks of Queen's Park Rangers to give his impression.
Well, the actions a goalkeeper has to perform in a game make the surface very important to him. What sort of things would you be wary of playing on a surface like this AstroTurf?
Well, the first thing is what sort of footwear to wear.
Yeah.
Because being a goalkeeper, it's very, very important to have good contact with the ground.
You've got to always have a good grip.
All the time, yes, all the time. So I'd be very wary of if I wear studs, you know, whether they would slip.
Yeah. What kind of studs are you wearing today?
At the moment, I've got the flats on.
Oh, flats with rubber ribs?
With rubber ribs.
Does it work?
And they seem very, very good, yes.
What about physical contact with your body on the ground? You know, grass does burn a little bit. What about this stuff?
I would be wary of that to start with. I think I don't think it could burn much worse than a very, very hard ground or a frosty ground. I don't think it'd be any worse than that, but I think I'll be a bit wary to start with.
OK, well, let's give you a few shots.
Yeah, try it.
Phil seemed to have every confidence in the pitch. His wariness soon disappeared. There was no hesitation at all in his diving for the ball. The AstroTurf's biggest advantage is that it's in peak condition whatever the weather. So perhaps it's the answer to those frosty days in winter when a match is postponed because the grass pitch is unusable and thousands of disappointed fans have to be turned away.
And I've got a piece of news for Spurs supporter Pete Purves, the captain of Crystal Palace's Bobby Kellard. Even you knew that. That's all right, mate, forgiven.